Ooh, we got a spicy week coming up. If you haven't heard, looking at the German stock market, AMC and GameStop are both trading higher.
Oh boy. They're both trading higher. Oh my God.
A total of about 42% in the German market. AMC up about 11%. Now we have a lot of stuff to cover in today's video. Just watch the video all the way through and like it. Those are the only two things I ask. It's free. Now, German brokers...
That's all he cares about. Just watch the video, like it. That's all that matters. Good evening, everybody.
...are showing that AMC and GameStop are Wanderexits or Garanted Berfit, I don't know. But basically it means if a security is exempt from the etc. guarantee, this means that it is not subject to the usual safeguarding mechanisms and rules that apply to Exerta. These safeguards normally include measures to ensure market integrity, transparency, and liquidity, which AMC and GameStop are, again, not subject to. Securities that are exempt from this guarantee may therefore have a higher risk or lower trading security, which in practice often means that these securities are less stringently monitored and may not have to meet the same standards as other securities traded there. This is about to get crazy. Now looking at GameStop, that means with that percentage gain, right, GameStop is hovering right around $29.50 fighting resistance. You can see that that is resistance. Back here, back here, back here. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if GameStop gets rejected. $29.50 base is off of 25, even still extremely bullish, and that would mean we called out the perfect bounce off of $18. AMC,
well, then it's probably that, because you know, track records and all being what they are,
right here and all the way back here. Okay, right at $5.20. AMC is testing 520, trying to break above. GameStop is testing basically $30, trying to break above, and the momentum is brewing. Also keep in mind T+1 CAT system, all that other good stuff after this week is going to be fully in effect. Now, this is also the most volume seen since 2021.
After this week, not this week.
Markets. This is for GameStop. This is looking crazy, the setup. Expect gap ups on Tuesday, which is interesting.
Oh, come on.
Just like January 2021, January 19th.
Did I just hear that? This is just like January 19th, 2021. Yes. Yes, it is.
Tuesday had a gap up, and guess what?
I have to admit, you're right.
Holiday. I talked about how AMC and GameStop like to run on 4-day weeks, and we have a 4-day week, Monday a holiday, gapping up for Tuesday to open the trading day, and this is basically showing you the same exact signals as back in 2021. Shout out to you, Copy, on Twitter for seeing this as well. Now, don't tell me this, right? Roaring Kitty, this is debunked, okay? It's not. Let me tell you something. If you spot it at the right time, he links this TikTok. Okay? Even if it was debunked, Roaring Kitty is linking it. Now, your conspiracy for debunking this would have to be that he sold his Twitter account or he sold his YouTube account. That is the only way this is 100% debunked. Either way, beyond the fact, if you take a look at what just got updated this morning, Roaring Kitty says part 2, 1 hour with a rocket. Okay, he also posts a video from the movie Fury where hedge funds are coming and the guy's like, we got to hold the line. We're going to keep fighting.
You hear that? MSS Battalion.
This is a perfect movie clip. And are we about to see part 2? According to Roaring Kitty. He puts a question mark there. Are we going to fight? The answer is yes. But speaking of movies, part 2, Roaring Kitty, I got an interesting theory to bring to your guys' attention. Is GameStop acquiring AMC? Now, before we dig into this, right?
Test, microphone test, 1, 2.
Buy the entire free float and trap the shorts. This could be the holdup of the century. After Roaring Kitty tweet, the historic amount of volume that came into AMC far exceeded GameStop. Yes, the float is much greater. However, Roaring Kitty message was apes do not fight and that there are two. Out of millions of posts, Roaring Kitty had chosen to Run Lola Run, a movie that is set to premiere in the coming months. CEO of GameStop, Ryan Cohen, is now considered an expert in picking out highly manipulated stocks or companies and turning them around by using Wall Street capital, meaning he buys manipulated stocks. The price for the stock squeezes, therefore traps the shorts into covering out.
Good fucking God. Give me a fucking break.
That benefits a new company debt. AMC has over $8 billion assets, 4.5
You know, this is not like January 2021. All of this shit, all of this bullshit, this is not at all like 2021, January 2021. Nobody, to my knowledge, was I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is pathetic is what this is. Ryan Cohen is probably one of the most genuine CEOs of a publicly traded company that has ever existed. What about Elon Musk? He fully understands that the apes are a great part of GameStop success. Therefore, it'll not be a far reach for him to consider fighting for the apes by taking major share and inviting himself to the board of AMC as an active investor. Well, maybe. But then you have to worry about him pumping and dumping the stock, right? Like a la BBBYQ LGBT plus. Hello? The most genuine CEO? What? I mean, we all know Elon is in r/retail side. Well, here's the thing, though, about number 7. Elon Musk is not on retail side. I mean, you got to be fucking kidding me. Number 1. Number 2, r/retail? Honey, you are not representative of fucking retail. No. Get that out of your head. You are a subset of retail, but there's no slash there. It's not our/retail. No, he's not on either. He's not on your side. He's not on retail's fucking side. Whose side is he on? He's on Elon's side. Always. Because, you know, if you were on retail's side, let me just throw this out there, you know, as you know, just something to think about, right? If he were on retail's side, would he be asking for $56 billion fucking dollars at a time when he's facing increasing in his company's scrutiny and pressure and competition? Not the best use of $56 billion, probably. But he's on retail side, of course. You know, he's not going to take that market cap from anybody. He's not going to be... All right. Anyway, AMC has over $8 billion in assets, $4.5 billion in debt. Is that supposed to be debt? In department, in DEPT. Okay. They're so averse to debt they can't even spell it correctly. Growing revenues, and just 2 weeks ago the market cap was plus or minus $600 million, making it a perfect acquisition play for anyone that can help lower the department. Get fucking real. Who in the fuck is going to take anything seriously that these clowns fucking say when they can't even write? They can't even write. And by the way, no, Ryan Cohen is not considered an expert in picking out highly manipulated stock/companies and turning them around by using Wall Street capital. Hello, BBBYQ. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm starting to get a little bit heated. It's hot here today. You got to be fucking kidding me. And I realize he didn't write this, but he's repeating it as if he's got a freaking stiff in his pants over it. You are a fucking clown for highlighting this fucking bullshit. Give me a fucking break.
Revenues in just 2 weeks, the market cap was plus or minus $600 million, making it a perfect acquisition play for anyone that can help lower the debt. Finally, quarter over quarter, AMC revenues have been increasing, making AMC one of the biggest comeback stories in recent history. Therefore,
no,
theaters are the next blockbuster is totally irrelevant. Ryan Cohen is probably one of the most genuine CEOs of a publicly traded company that has ever existed. He fully understands that the apes are...
That's total Elon talk right there.
It'll not be a...
At this point, I think I know more about manufacturing than anyone else currently alive.
Not least,
it's just like an air hockey table in a tube.
Retail side, and that
fuck you.
Buds with Ryan. That said, Elon,
all fucking scammers.
Coming movie premiere seems odd. Yeah, he did tweet about that. And never forget that Wall Street sold Twitter to Elon, and now we're realizing they sold him the only weapon needed to destroy the shorts. According to himself, I have become meme, destroyer of shorts, and they keep coming back for more. Now, don't get too tripped. Elon's got top.
Hello. This is from February 4th, 2021. Yes, he said this after he bought Twitter. Right. What did he say?
He did tweet about that. And never forget that Wall Street sold Twitter to Elon, and now we're realizing they sold him the only weapon needed to destroy shorts. According to himself,
how?
I have become meme, destroyer of shorts, and they keep coming back. Now, don't get too tricked up.
He hadn't bought it yet then? So how had he become meme? In this particular meaning of the... Oh, God. This is the worst. No, it's not. It's not the worst. It's not the worst.
Elon's got ties. Is he on our side? You can see him right here next to Ken Griffin. Doesn't mean that they had, talks, but here's a second picture as well.
Right. Oh, no. It's okay if Elon... Oh, it's okay if Elon's pictured with Ken Griffin. Oh, it's okay because Elon's on our side. You are a... What? Why is it okay? No, it's not okay. It's not okay for the apes. It can't be okay. That's fucking double standard. Fuck you. That's a double standard. How is that okay? How is that fucking okay? I got to hear that again. This is fucking terrible.
Meme, destroyer of shorts, and they keep coming back for more. Now, don't get too tricked up here. Elon's got ties. Is he on our side? You can see him right here next to Ken Griffin.
Oh, boy.
Doesn't mean that they had, talks, but here's a second picture as well. Billionaires usually tend to...
Doesn't mean that they had sex, but,
Elon Musk's artificial intelligence startup, XAI, has raised $6 billion in Series B funding, round backed by investors. And
it's almost like money matters more.
Among others, Elon Musk is now accepting money from the same Sequoia that...
It's almost like it's about money. It's crazy.
Nothing. So you tell me, what do you think about this?
I think Elon Musk cares about Elon Musk's money.
The world reserve currency and the next economic...
Oh, fuck off.
Ron Paul, which...
Ron Paul.
Good for crypto.
Yeah, let's
gapping higher, smashing above 69,000
Jesus
before we
Christ.
start the week. This shows extreme strength coming into June, like we've been talking about for crypto, other alts, right? And meme plays, as well as the overall market.
What about shits?
Like we said.
What about shits? What does it say for that?
Just pointing out if the trend were to play out the same, this is something you could see. A little bit of consolidation, gap all the way up to about 75, and build a base right around 71. Okay, so 72. This would be beautiful for crypto. Finally, Israel and Egypt forces exchange fire. Egyptian soldier was killed. Israel made immediate contact with Egypt for a ceasefire. This is not something that we want to hear, especially on Memorial Day, so pray for them. And just like Adam Aaron says, happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day to you guys. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed your 3-day week.
Fuck your 3-day weekend. I hope it was shitty. And I hope you lose. I don't even have to hope that. That's not even a thing. That is not even a thing. All right, what else we got here? And I got a bunch of stuff over in Telegram to play as well. Look at Stockmo. Stockmo. Oh, Jesus. Infinite gains. Up 50% today. Oh, the Wall Street Mafia? Oh, exposed. Wow. This is a brave
What's up, everybody?
expose here, it looks like.
Another video. And in this video, we're going to talk about the Wall Street Mafia, okay? Now, I was watching Frankie Muhammad's video entitled, Wall Street Short Sellers Stole $100 Trillion from Retail. 6 countries ban naked shorting, all right? And it's an interview with Wes Christian where they're saying war with the Wall Street.
Oh, Wes Christian. Oh, boy. Wes Christian. Mr. Xerox car title.
That was awesome because I remembered, and I told Frankie in his comments over here, in our petition, it says Citadel ban in China. See, they didn't just ban naked short selling. They banned Citadel's ass from their markets. Citadel was banned in China for 5 years. Fined $97 million for allegedly crashing the mainland metals market with what? Illegal short selling. In 2015, Citadel Securities saw one of its accounts managed by the Shanghai-based futures trading firm, barred from trading shares by securities regulators. Citadel Securities was the first foreign broker to be caught up in the Beijing crackdown that barred 24 other accounts with the mainland's two major stock exchanges. They got rid of Citadel for 5 years out of their market for illegal naked short selling.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. But which Citadel? Which one? Well, I mean, since nobody's actually going to go look at a source, apparently, nobody's giving me any links, nobody's providing any actual data, I'll do it. I'll fucking do it. Citadel, a U.S. hedge fund, has account suspended in China, August 3rd, 2015. A U.S. hedge fund. A hedge fund. Chinese stock market regulators have suspended more than 30 trading accounts, including one owned by the brokerage unit of the big American hedge fund Citadel, as they continue trying to stabilize the country's volatile markets. We can confirm that one account managed by Guosen Futures, Citadel Shanghai Trading Limited, has had its trading on the Shenzhen exchange suspended. We continue to otherwise operate normally from our offices, and we continue to comply with all local laws and regulations, they wrote in an email. The suspension came amid continued volatility in the markets, with had been taking exceptional measures to help halt the recent slide in the country's markets, including buying shares directly and barring major shareholders of companies from selling their stakes. Oh, that sounds like a great idea. Yeah, sure. Despite these efforts, shares have continued to tumble. No shit. Let's see. So, what you have is you have a country that is resorting to things like directly buying shares to prop up the market and going around and telling private shareholders, hey, large shareholders, hey, you can't sell your shares. We got to stop the sell-off. You can't do that. They accused Citadel of malicious short sellers and market manipulators. Who's the market manipulator exactly? I mean, they're buying shares to prop it up. So anyone selling is a manipulator? See what I'm saying? Let's see. 24 such trading accounts, algorithmic or high-speed computer-driven trading strategies, had been suspended on suspicion of harming the market with rapid-fire share purchase or sale orders that were canceled before they could be fulfilled, a strategy known as spoofing. Okay. Spoofing has the effect of boosting or pushing down the market, and during the period of recent volatility, the impact has been amplified. Okay, sure. Maybe. Citadel, which is based in Chicago, has several other accounts in China apart from the suspended account, of course, and those continue to operate normally. The company has not been accused of wrongdoing. Okay, that's an interesting statement. That's not seemingly in step with what CSI said. He's insinuating that they not only were accused of wrongdoing, but they did wrongdo. Citadel has been actively investing in the region for 15 years and has always maintained a constructive dialogue with regulators, including during the recent market volatility, Citadel said on Monday. It was unclear whether any of the remaining suspended trading accounts were tied to foreign investors. but the authorities' action appears in line with a general campaign in recent weeks to give stock markets a lift, either by state-directed buying or by discouraging would-be sellers. In the last 6 weeks, obviously, you've had a lot of direct intervention into the market in terms of actually buying shares. But a lot of other measures are more about trying to instill confidence and encourage people to behave a certain way, he added, and preventing them from doing what Beijing considers are activities detrimental to the stock market, meaning going down. Detrimental? Nah. But, you know, as always, the devil's in the details. Quite literally here. Ken Griffin is in the details.
And the petition.
It's not what he said.
Yet to ban Ken Griffin from our stock market, we're almost to 17,000 people. Now, I've already wrote the letters.
You get 70,000 people. It... Oops.
That have to go out tomorrow that I'm mailing, and I got to do 2 more by the end of this video. You'll understand why tomorrow.
God, this isn't the main bulk of the video yet. Are you fucking?
There's 2 more allies, I believe, maybe. But back to the Wall Street Mafia, okay? Now, I don't want to use the word mafia as a concept, okay? Because you think of the word mafia and you think, yeah, organized crime, blah, blah, blah. But think about it like this. Think about it personally. In the mob, let's think of the guy.
But it's not personal. It's not personal, though. It's not. What? Ugh.
All right, there's somebody at the head of this organized crime family. All right, they're the head. And just like in The Godfather, they have multiple families that operate underneath them. When we say mafia, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about a figment out there that says, oh, yes, mafia equals organized crime and collusion. And we're talking about actual people who are in position that is stealing everything from us or allowing it.
Not stealing everything. Come on. I mean, how can you say that? How can you say that? I mean, you just bought the wrong thing. How can you say they're stealing from you? You could have bought this, in which case they would have been handing you money. You could have bought this at practically $100 a share. Now it's over 1,000. And it's staying up there, unlike other things we know. Like this, for example. Model 3 dude, how's it going? Oh, on a plane. Don't get yourself kicked off a plane by streaming video. You're not allowed. You're not supposed to do that. At least not on Delta. Maybe in first class you are, though. Maybe, since you're probably on private. Anyway, the stream will be up after, you know. Thinking about what you thinking about GameStop? Still don't find the activity and volume in this case weird. Weird? Not really. I mean, depends on what you mean by weird, but not really. I mean, this structure here, this up-down thing, that's very familiar. That's very familiar. And so is the rise in volume. That usually accompanies it. I mean, and really it fits in the pattern. Fits in the pattern, you know, of lower pumps. Would have been a good time to, you know, probably, I'll use a diplomatic term, reposition. And I think that a lot of people and entities probably did reposition here. But, I mean, is this a reason to buy into it? Not that I can see. This is my opinion, you know, based on the events that have come before. Doesn't mean that anything about what's going to happen, obviously, but this is a heartbreak story. I mean, let's be real here. This is a narrative. You look at what the option chain, you know, had, the effect that it had. I mean, I think you can, especially when you have people like Moass Rants out there, you know, throwing out, you know, gamma ramp, gamma squeeze, all this bullshit. Great, great. That's awesome. Are you going to use that to your advantage in any way? Or are you still hoping that the stock is going to go up and stay up? Because that did not happen. And that is a long shot that probably won't happen. I mean, that's you're talking about fundamental reasons there. Option pumps and dumps, gamma ramps and squeezes, all of these things are by definition, because options have a time element, they are temporary. They are almost in all cases temporary. So I don't really see the point of someone like Moass who says that he won't sell until who knows how many hundreds of dollars, whatever the fuck. Bullshit, nonsense, complete bloviation. You know, he's shitting out of his mouth. It'll never happen. Not from gamma ramps and squeezes. There's absolutely zero reason. 5,000K? 5,000K. Just to be clear. 5,000,000? Okay. I had to check that. 5 million a share. Okay. So, you know, does this, I mean, if you were, let's say that you were trading, sure. And then also, you know, here's another thing. I had this dotted line on May 15th, Wednesday, May 15th. It was this day that, well, this is the, I think this is the day when the short interest came out, or the day that the short interest is reflected. The last exchange report. So Moass was hyping. Yeah, I should just play the video. He was hyping this, you know, exchange reported number as being higher, right? But check it out. Yeah, in 1 second here. It doesn't matter how crazy the chain looks. This is what I wish that the apes would understand. Open interest on options, calls, puts, whatever. The effect is temporary. It does not, in a fundamental way, increase the value of the stock. What it does is it induces buying by a market maker who has sold something to you. Right? They sold you a call. They are short a call. Which means that they, the market maker, or whoever sold the call, doesn't have to be, but in most cases it is for retail. So they sold you something. Now they have to cover that obligation on their end in case You come along and say, hey, the stock went way up. I want to buy those shares. I want to buy the 100 shares. I want to buy the 500 shares from 5 contracts, whatever. They have to be able to sell it to you. So part of Dodd-Frank was to make sure that, there is a certain amount of hedging that takes place based on the delta of the overall position that they have in the stock. That's why I say it doesn't matter with the open interest. It doesn't matter the volume. It doesn't hurt the market maker even. That's another thing that, is not well understood. But you will not hurt the market maker by buying something or selling something. They will make money anyway. Right? It's like a car dealer. If you sell them a car, they're going to make money. If you buy a car from them, they're going to make money. They make money on all transactions. It's really no different in that sense. But it is different in a lot of other senses, and especially, and I chose car very intentionally because Wes Christian talks about a car title, which is not the same as a car. It's not the same thing. And a car title does not entitle you to have the actual car. Like, you can't make a copy of it and say, hey, I have the title, give me the car. It doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. Well, there's no conspiracy. I mean, as far as what I'm trying to explain, this is how it works. Now, so, and we, we see this happen. We see this play out all the time. So it's not really disputed, really. It's just the apes don't understand it. They never took the time. They, whatever. Hey, while they were all out partying, celebrating their win back in 2021, I was trying to figure this shit out. That's the difference. They all thought that they had won. Sorry. They should have used that time to learn some stuff. And then they would understand why it was so foolish for them to do that. Should have sold it at, what? Wait a minute. Ranch should have sold at 50 and walked away, or 80, right? I mean, but 50 probably would have been nice too. But the price right now, based on basic supply and demand. Okay. Basic supply and demand. What does that mean? Nobody can tell you, what it should be. I mean, you can come up with a discount cash flow analysis. You can look at the balance sheet. You can do fundamental analysis, yada yada yada. But we know that things don't always reflect, the actual fundamental value in the short term, but in the long term they trend toward it. So, what do we see? I mean, what do I see? I see, well, okay, yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, the line is now on Friday. Wow, the option expiration day. Okay. Also, a lot of selling on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm sorry, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. A lot of buying on Friday. Interesting. Speculation risk should get paid. Oh. So it's a worthy risk. It's a risk that's worthy of being rewarded to put a bet on GameStop. That's interesting. Yeah, sure. If I go to the casino and play $25 slot pulls, I should get rewarded. That's a lot of risk I'm taking. But there can be foolish risk. Right? Some risks are inherently I don't want to say less risky. They're more worth it or something. I can't really figure that. I cannot really figure that out. I don't care. I don't know if it's GameStop or AMC or the principle of it. I don't think I can agree with that. Rance did sell some shares. Do you really think he's that uninformed to pass on making money? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Who knows? I mean, I still think that he's possibly a big fat troll. I don't know if I believe anything about that guy. He's not given me many reasons to. But yeah, these are speculation. It is speculative, 100%. But that doesn't make it a good idea. Doesn't make it a sure thing. It makes it, in fact, and you know, I don't use the O word that much, but this one, you know, I kind of feel comfortable saying it. This is obvious. What did you think was going to happen after this? Really? I mean, the people thought, you know, that's what they think every time. How many times does it have to do this? How many times does it have to do this before this? It's this next time. Yeah, it's the next time. It's going to keep going. It's not a sure thing. Not to mention, the whole economic environment is totally different now. Well, let's just keep going here. I would like to see this. Rance thing here real quick. AMC are the dummies. They don't even understand everything is basically GME. What does that mean? Everything is basically GME. Everything is not GameStop. GameStop's a failing company. It is a company with no vision, no leadership. It's directionless. And I'm not saying that because I have anything against it or anybody personally. I'm looking at the same numbers, looking at the same situation. I'm not on the hook for anything. I don't have anything making me want to be bullish about it. I'm free to call it as I see it. Yeah. I mean, action. I mean, I'll coddle you a little bit, okay? Yeah, they're still in business. Great. That's awesome. Three, 4 years ago, you know, what was said about a 5-year vision has completely gone out the window. Yes? So what's the vision? Pokemon cards, trading cards, a $20 billion market that already has retailers. Yeah, it's not rocket science. Do you really need another brick and mortar retailer? They closed the distribution center. Web3 is a bust. AI is going to be a bust. That's my opinion. They don't have anything to do with AI anyway. They didn't even get that far. Model 3 Dude says GME failed long ago. Uncle Eric, help us out here. Can you identify whether you are a GameStop shareholder or not? Are you a GameStop shareholder? That should be disclosed here. I'm not. So okay, well, thanks for your input and your arguments, but I don't really feel a need to argue whether GameStop's a good, successful company or not. It's pretty clear that it's not. You're a shareholder, and you're disputing that with a bunch of stale points that, you know, I mean, let's be real, you know. But anyway, I'm not here to convince anybody of anything. That's for sure. So go ahead. And you're certainly not, shouldn't, I mean, hopefully people don't have the idea that this is that type of platform here on this channel, because it's not. But anyway, let's see here. I just want to identify this here because I'm not really sure that the facts have changed, though. I mean, how have the facts changed? You raised some money. What is GameStop's plan with that money? What is this fabulous plan that everybody's so excited about, that nobody knows about, that everybody has trust in? And don't say cards, don't say memorabilia. Those are old businesses. I'm sorry. The answer is not something that they already do. So that billionaire boy wonder can invest it? How's that going? How's that going? How does that add shareholder value? The answer is it doesn't. I'm looking for this Marantz Rants video. Let me see here. Just go straight to this. Cover your shorts. I mean, okay. So you think that there's shorts that are still open from 2021. I see. That's a conspiracy, by the way. We need evidence for that. Here it is. Not evidence for that. not evidence for that. That's not what I meant. Here's a video I would like to show.
So it's being reported that GameStop has the largest short position.
Oh, it's being reported. By whom? Where? Where's that data? I can't find anything that said this. I can find nothing where this is reported. By the way, I looked.
Has ever happened. Okay, so it's being reported that GameStop.
Very sly, nice use of the passive voice there too. It's being reported. Oh yeah? They're reporting it, right?
All right, guys, so it's being reported that GameStop has the largest short position it's ever had since January of 2021.
How's that possible?
Right now, here's according to FINRA. If you look right here, 68 million shares officially short on GameStop reported as of last week. Well, you know,
good
15th there. So you have
it was reported on the for the settlement date of the 15th. Oh, you don't say. Okay.
68 million shares. Why is that an issue? Well, GameStop didn't announce their share offering until after this date. So I can only imagine what they're short now, but increase from 59 to 68 from the all-time high of 65, which was right around earnings, and now you're at 68 million shares short, but I can only imagine where it's at now because now that they did the offering for the additional 45 million shares. So,
what?
GameStop.
Hold on. Let's not gloss over this here.
And now you're at 68 million shares short, but I can only imagine where it's at now because now that they did the offering for the additional 45 million.
What does that have to do with short selling? Because now that they did the offering for the additional 45 million shares, but now you're at 68 million shares short, but I can only imagine where it's at now for the additional 45 million shares. So what?
On earnings, 68 from the all-time high previously of 65, which was right around earnings, and now you're at 68 million shares short, but I can only imagine where it's at now because now that they did the offering for the additional 45 million.
I can tell you where it's at now. It doesn't take a genius to figure out probably where it's at now.
Shares. So.
But I'm still trying to figure out what does. Now you're at 68 million shares short, but I can only imagine where it's at now.
Because now that they did the offering for the additional 45 million.
Because now they did the offering for the additional 45 million shares. Oh, okay. So they created 45 million shares and they sold them. They, meaning the company, they offered them. That puts 45 million additional shares into the float. Cool. Those are shares that are now owned by someone or some entity. I'm just trying to figure out how this affects the 68 million short interest. I mean, those are bets that existed. What is the, I mean, the only real effect that I could see is, wouldn't this lower the short interest percentage? I mean, you got a bigger denominator here now. You had 68 million out of whatever the float was. Now you have 68 million out of whatever the float was plus 45 million. That will result, assuming that the 68 million stays the same, that's going to be a smaller piece. So that would actually be a lower SI percentage, which in all reality is what he should be talking about here, not the actual concrete number of shares. This is a common mistake that quasi-intellectual people like Marantz Rants make. They talk about things when they should be talking about it in a percentage, in a proportional way. They talk about it in terms, in direct concrete numbers, which I believe in his case, probably intentional because he's a grifter, but it's also, you know, unintelligent people. Let's be honest here. The apes do this all the time. They don't understand percentages. They never have. They never have. But anyway, he thinks they used it to borrow two shorts. So again, another conspiratorial belief with no evidence. Are you kidding me? And you're sitting here trying to tell me that GameStop is a... Wow, you're funny. You are a funny person. Yeah, I say come back when you got some facts. I mean, honestly, like, I don't have time really for Marantz thinks that blah, 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 blah. Get the fuck out of here. I mean, come on. Like, that's absurd, okay? Like, and whatever, you're just the messenger. I'm not shooting you, but I'm saying, you know that's absurd, right? You know how ridiculous that is. You know how nonsensical and unsupported that is. There is no evidence. Anyway.
So.
Oh, is he a moron or is he a genius? I don't know. But he's wrong either way. He's either intentionally misleading people or he is that ignorant. It's hard to believe somebody would be this ignorant. It really is to me. But I mean, like, it's either negligence or fraud. I had no question about that.
Stop. Yes. Plenty of FTDs. Plenty of short shares. Plenty of
FTDs, I mean, yeah, because they mattered so many times before. Mm-hmm.
Gamma ramp ready to go.
Gamma ramp ready to go. Right. Okay.
Have two.
We already talked about that.
So I'm excited for where this stock's going to go. Pay attention to it. Watch it next week. Enjoy the weekend. But you're rolling.
But the thing is, though, you're going to see where the stock is going to go. Okay. The stock could go anywhere. Where's the company going? That's where you really should be concerned about. Now, he was never the person that would talk about these short-term things. I mean, now he's talking about gamma ramps and all this stuff. It's total clownery. I mean, this is, you know, if anybody needs a sign of a bubble, the bubble that is still here, froth, you want to, whatever you want to call it, this is it right here. This is the picture of a fucking bubble right here. Look at this face. This is a bubble. Yeah, where's Roaring Kitty now? You want to know what this is? This was a pump and dump. I mean, no question. Manuel said it best the other day. The apes got played like a fiddle. Again. Now, think about it. He's saying, now I put the dotted line back on the 15th, right? Yeah, Wednesday the 15th. That's the settlement date. That's reflected in the short interest, elevated short interest. I wonder, does it, you know, that's curious to me. That's so curious. Let me take the line off. Are you telling me, you're telling me that more shorts were added up here? Are you kidding? No. Say it ain't so. Why would anybody do that? This is why, for Marantz Rants to call this out, is the ultimate of clownery. Because of course, why wouldn't you? Why? This is about as close. This right here. Okay, this is so funny. It's like, these people are so pathetic. This time it's going to be different, right? Yeah. This right here. I mean, come on. That's 60%. That's 60% of free fucking money. Essentially. That's as close to free. That's as close to a free lunch as you're going to get. I mean, for real. Who in the... I mean, I would be more worried about the people that made that 60%, honestly. Get that going to their head. But come on. And then all told, from the peak of the pump down to where it's at now is 70% off of a 400 or 500% rise over 2 weeks. The right call, I'm sorry, like, here's some hard fucking reality truth. This is not geared towards fulfilling any narrative other than making money for oneself, which is the narrative that matters. The right call is to short it here. Yes, if you're trading, that is the right call. I mean, That's the reality. Things go up, things go down. I didn't know it was going to do this. Nobody knew, except those who orchestrated it, whoever that is. It doesn't matter. Does not matter. The point is it going to stay there? Where's my and look how the buying like trailed off as it got up there too. Oh yeah, let's buy. Oh, it's dwindling down, and it gets over 60, and there's no demand. You want to talk supply and demand? Start doing some volume analysis, and you see nobody's buying. Nobody wants to up here. Nobody wants it there. Who says I didn't short it? I mean, you can get passive aggressive and pissy if you want, but I mean, I should have. Yes, I should have. And some people did, and they made money. And that's good. That's the point. And if you don't like that, well, I mean, you know, there are people out there that sell guns for a living. They make money selling guns. I'm not a gun guy. I don't like guns. I don't own guns. I don't have guns. I don't want a gun. I'm not going to go say, hey, you shouldn't be selling guns. I don't like guns. I don't like how you're making money. No, that ain't right. So, yeah, have a blessed day. Come back with facts. But, I mean, I don't like how you make money. That's the point. That's the apes right there. That's emotional. That is an emotional wreck. Unlike this is a financial wreck. This is, you know, this is like... This is the model. This is the autopilot straight into the brick wall. Are you kidding? Anyway, I mean, wow. All right. Well, we're back to the Wall Street Mafia.
One, and if there was going to be a head at the top of all of this, it would be the ICE director, the owner of ICE. ICE owns 13 different exchanges, okay? And Ken Griffin runs wild in all of them. So, if there's anybody to blame, it's the head of ICE. He's the godfather of it all. And just like the godfather, they had the heads of the 5 families. That would be the...
Oh, God.
The OTC markets, the New York Stock Exchange, Chicago. Explain to me why we need 2 New York Stock Exchanges, one in New York and one in Chicago, but that's another story. The CBOE, and FINRA's not a part of it, but they're not in charge either. They can take their orders from the top, which owns all of these exchanges, all right? And they might as well own FINRA, too. But at the very top,
this is creative.
So I decided, you know what? Let's find out a little bit more about this joker. Who is it that runs the show? And so I've done a little digging. And I find out that the ICE chair and CEO's name was Jeffrey Sprecher, okay? And he's to present at the 40th annual Bernstein, blah, 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 blah. But CEO and chair, Jeffrey Sprecher. So then I said, okay, who is Jerry Sprecher? And
Jeffrey?
On Bloomberg blew me away.
Oh.
ICE's Jeffrey Sprecher turns billionaire on the eve of wife's Georgia runoff. The owner of the New York Stock Exchange is married to who? Republican Kelly Loeffler.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Said, you've got to be shitting me. Kelly Loeffler is married to Jeffrey Sprecher, which is the CEO and the chair of ICE, which overrules everything in the stock market.
Wait, didn't she lose the election? She lost the election, right?
If you remember the SEC...
She's kind of dumb. She's kind of a dumb one.
Jeffrey Sprecher and them for not letting them know about a security breach in their data. Remember that? All right, this is who they're talking about. But as I look at this, and we're going to talk more about Kelly in a second, I look at this picture of him, and I'm thinking, you know, he's in deep meditation right there. He's listening to whatever that speaker's saying, and I look over there, and who the hell do you think he's talking to? That's Ken Griffin.
Oh, my God. Oh, boy. You blew the freaking lid off this story here. Wow. A picture.
I've seen that son of a bitch's face over 1 million times in the past 3 years. And
I say that's your problem. You have created a false enemy. Enemy is not Ken Griffin. The enemy apparently is common sense. I don't know.
Sprecher is sitting there talking to Ken Griffin. Now, perhaps they're in...
What are they talking about, I wonder? How are we going to fuck over retail today? Well, I was going to... That's what they're saying, right?
Type of interview, I don't know. We should find out more. All right, but that's very important. I believe that's Ken Griffin that he's talking to, and that's the head of ICE, which controls all the exchanges. And he's married to Republican Kelly Loeffler. Now, before I talk about Kelly...
So, Republicans are evil? Then? Is that the point? I don't think that's what he's saying. Well, but these Republicans are good. Oh, okay. But not really, though. But I don't know. I don't know who we're supposed to hate anymore. Their wealth has become an issue in the critical election. I'm not really sure what relevance this has to anything. You know, if he thinks that this is a wild connection, he should look at the chart of all the interconnectedness and inbreeding among corporate board members. For example, like shared board members among major corporations. It's you know, mind-boggling how interconnected these corporations actually are. I mean, what they think that they're like the saviors of capitalism, that they're going to clean it all up with meme stock. I mean, first of all, it's not going to get cleaned up. Yes, he may be highlighting dirty aspects of capitalism, the dark underbelly, I'll even call it. What does this have to do with these poor investments? What does this have to do with these degenerate gamblers? I really fail to see that. It's a tangential connection that means nothing. And besides, this guy does not control the stock markets. What does that mean? What does it mean when he says that the guy in charge of, the guy that controls, the guy that runs the show? I mean, you're talking about organizations here. Organizations are people, according to our government, right? Well, sort of, in some sense. Organizations are comprised of people who have different roles. Beyond that, you're going to sit here and say this guy controls this and yada yada yada. ICE is the owner, the controlling entity, whatever. NYSE is a subsidiary of, or is owned by, which this guy is the CEO, I guess. Owner. Last I knew, isn't ICE publicly traded though? Isn't it? It is publicly traded, right? Yeah, Intercontinental Exchange. It's traded on its own exchange. I mean, okay. Do we find a problem with that? I don't know. I don't care. Looks like it's double topping out though, possibly, but so he's saying that the CEO of a publicly traded company runs the show, controls it, whatever. I'm just trying to get everything down here that he's saying. Look at that. They missed on their earnings. Oh no. It's almost like, what? You mean it's almost like retail investors maybe don't have a bunch of money to dump into the stock market anymore? I don't know. That's crazy. Of course they do.
Kelly, and why she's important, I want to bring your attention back to the headline. Jeffrey Sprecher turns billionaire on the eve of his wife's Georgia runoff. He wasn't a billionaire. He became a billionaire.
When was this from?
His wife's Georgia runoff. And
hide the date line for us there, buddy. Okay. I got to go find it now.
Story got a picture of him sitting there contemplating whatever the hell Ken Griffin was saying. But okay, his wife's Georgia runoff, and the story got a picture of him sitting there contemplating whatever the hell Ken Griffin was saying. But okay, the name Kelly Loeffler was familiar to me, but I couldn't quite remember, so I went and looked it up.
Oh, she's a real...
Who she was.
Real...
Lord me. We are talking about a Trump girl right here, boy. And this was a heated, contested race in Georgia. I remember it now, because she got her ass whooped.
Yeah, she lost.
Democrat. And they couldn't deal with it. oh my God, but there's a couple things to take away from this. First, we got the person that's married to Kelly Loeffler, which is a United States senator. She's married to ICE. So, we can we can go. She's an enemy.
Okay.
Or
She's a former, does he not see the former United States Senator? He said that she lost. When was that? When was that? I'm trying, that's what I'm trying to find here. Oh, I'll be damned. December 30th, 2021. And she was appointed to a U.S. Senate seat from Georgia to fill a vacancy late last year, okay? Within months, the couple had faced public scorn over a series of stock trades made before the coronavirus outbreak jolted global markets. Oh my gosh. Imagine that. Another freaking senator, public, quote-unquote public servant, who traded with insider knowledge. Okay, good. The focal point, the January 5th runoff between Loeffler and Raphael Warnock. Okay. His company's 22% rally this year has helped make Sprecher 65 a billionaire. Okay. So the company gained 22%. Makes a lot of sense. That year of retail trading, investing, whatever, market participants increased. That means more money for these guys. It all seems to check out so far. What's the point? What's the big deal? ICE. It's another reminder of how Wall Street has done well during the pandemic while the broader economy struggles. Oh, you don't say. Yeah. What I wonder what they would say now. I would have, quote, I never would have thought ICE would own the NYSE, be a leading provider of fixed income market data, and seek to automate the mortgage process all at the same time. I think the most important thing that they probably do to make money is this right here, the market data. But, you know, %1 stake in the business. She was an ICE executive for more than a decade and is now in a razor-thin race with Warnock. Right. If I were starting this company today, this is a quote, I would probably call it the Intercontinental Massively Scalable Network and Database Company, because that's what we are. Yeah, not a market, not an exchange. They're a database. That's all. That's what they are. They're a database with paid access. The exchanges are irrelevant. Yeah, but the broader point here is this is from the end of 2021. Okay, just trying to keep this in perspective.
Contact with the head of ICE by contacting Kelly Loeffler. See, one of two things. If they all...
And if he had done that much research, read the article beyond the headline, he would know, he would actually have more ammunition. Kelly Loeffler was an executive at ICE. Maybe he'll mention that. Maybe he won't. Seems like good fodder to me. All you have to do is read the fucking article.
Are running with King Griffin, then perhaps us contacting her and giving her one of these can get an inquiry going with her husband.
Doubtful.
Oh, and I'm glad I picked this up. This is for Steve Scott. All right, Steve contributed $20 to the channel, you know, showed his support to the channel, and he asked could he get a...
Why in the fuck would anybody do that?
Proposal, so Steve, that's on the way. But I think we can flip her, especially with what's going on. I've already
Flip her? What are you talking about?
All right. Devin Nunes needs to get with Trump, and Trump needs to get his people in line, because she was one of his people, and she needs to fall in line and say that it's time to get rid of Ken Griffin and talk to her husband. And the second...
This guy's lost it. Yeah. Tell your husband it's time to get rid of Ken Griffin, who is the CEO of a different company, not the one that your husband is involved with at all. But he was seen talking to him in a picture on Bloomberg, so clearly they're in cahoots. I mean, you got to be fucking kidding me. What the hell?
Person, Trump needs to get in line.
This is absurd.
Hester Pierce's ass, all right, and get rid of her, because she's definitely part of the problem that runs with Ken Griffin and these naked short-selling market makers, all right?
What, the naked short selling that they're legally allowed to do? No, I'm sorry. That's it. Done. Clown. Moron. Give me a fucking break. Nobody has anything to say. Nobody has anything to say. Because there's nothing to say. What are you going to say? What are you going to say? What is this? How to Be Healed TV with...
This is Christian from How to Be Healed.
Christian... This is a new one. This is a new one. Watch next. AMC Prophetic Dreams playlist. So that's where we're at now. We're at Prophetic Dreams. And videos from How to Be Healed TV. I mean, where's Moon Market? Where's Moon Market at? Can we get a moon reading, please? People don't read their Bibles. They go to church. Yep. Okay.
TV.
This is going to be great. It's only 2 minutes.
In my Vanguard account right now, I do have some stock here. Now, you understand that there used to be way more stock here before the reverse split, but here we are. I think we got about 2 shares.
Well, interesting, because, yeah, the number of shares, which I don't even see on listed on here anywhere because it doesn't matter, may have gone down, but, well, actually, the value did too, but not necessarily because of that. And I see purchases and withdrawals of 150, so I don't know what that means, but... All right, rate of return minus 66. That's a Roth IRA? Oh, jeez. Okay.
AMC. Someone asked, essentially about setting high sell limit orders on other platforms. So that's what I'm doing now. Looks like, yeah, we got 2 shares. Let me click here.
Oh.
I want to sell those. I want to see if I can sell those for around $1,000. That's the...
You can't.
That I received.
The prophetic price point that he received. Are we to assume here that he's implying that he was spoken to literally by God, who told him you should sell your shares for $1,000? Is that what he's implying? I'm going to slow it back down. I'm going to shut up and let him talk. But is that what he's saying?
I want to sell those. I want to see if I can sell those for around $1,000. That's the prophetic price point that I received. I know other people may have seen higher than that, but I saw $1,000 per share for AMC. Of course, it's not financial advice.
But I don't.
Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying what are you saying? Huh?
I don't know, Tony. I don't know. Is it you? Are you the one telling people? Is that who he heard?
A financial advisor. He's asked God what you need to do.
Wait. Right, whoa.
I saw $1,000 per share for AMC. Of course, it's not financial advice.
Hold on. Let me put it back to regular speed. This is fascinating, but
not a financial.
Here you go.
I've seen higher than that, but I saw $1,000 per share for AMC. Of course, it's not financial advice. Not a financial advisor. He's asked God what you need to do. All right, with your money and what you need to do to receive the healing that Jesus already paid for you to have. And
he did.
And more important than all of that, you need to every day be asking God if you are in right standing with him.
Oh.
I believe in being rich financially. I believe.
Oh. Okay.
In being healed physically and mentally, but the most important thing is not going to hell. All right, did y'all see that? I got 2 shares here. I got a limit order sell. I said for $999. We're on the Vanguard account. I put it to 60-day, good to close. GTC, good to close. All right, I'm actually going to change this to 970. All right, let's preview the order. All right, good to close. Let's see if it works.
I mean, it's going to work, but...
Received order. There we go. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
What happens next? The stock has to get to that price. So have fun waiting for something that will likely never come. Great. What's the point?
Jesus. Glory be.
Thank you, Jesus. Awesome. What?
Received order. There we go. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Jesus. Glory be to God. Glory, glory be to God.
That's where we're at with this. That's where this is. 8 hours ago, that somebody put that up. I've been wondering about this guy.
AMC stock and GameStop stock are set up to squeeze in the next couple of weeks.
Where you at, Tony? Where you at, Tony?
Do I think that's the case? I don't know. I don't really think that's the case. I don't really think that's the case.
And I'm not a financial advisor, though. He's God. Ask God where you need to be if you're in right standing with him. And Mikey is. I can just tell. He's got the Pokemon Pikachu back there to prove it. Don't know why that proves it. He's got the rocket ship to prove it. He's got the outer space. He's got the chain. It's a man of God right here.
Because apes filthy rich. But before I do get into why I believe that, make sure to go down and subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, because I do update you guys on AMC stock every single day. So this week we've just been going up and down.
Yes, we know.
Throughout the whole week from Monday through Friday, we're going up and down, going up 10% and down 10% at a time. And it's crazy because that's sideways to us now. Literally before this run up to $13, AMC was barely moving 10 cents a day. And then in 2 days, we moved from $2.90 all the way to $13.50. AMC has been awoken from the dead. AMC was dead for an extremely long time. I mean, if we take a look at the volume, guys, the volume was at 1.9 billion shares traded that week when we shot up. Compared to the volume back in 2021, it's something else. I mean, this isn't 2021. This could be even crazier than 2021. Not financial advice whatsoever. I'm not telling anyone to buy, sell, or hold, but I do have my life savings dumped into AMC at around $6 a share, and I have over 3,000 shares, so it's too late. There's no going back. It's either it goes down and we go back to diamond handing and buying the dip, or we get the Lambo in a couple of weeks. It's one or the other. GameStop, on the other hand, didn't.
No, not quite. I mean, that's what everybody said before at various points. Again, that's not a reason necessarily that it has to do the same thing, but there's not any reason to think that. Boy.
$23, closed at $21.49, up 13%. On the news that they did raise nearly $1 billion. GameStop has a lot of cash in the bank. They might merge with another company.
Wait till they figure out what they're going to do with it. I mean, to me, that kind of matters more. Like we said before, I have no idea. Oh, they might merge. They might acquire. Oh, okay. What was the most absurd one that I saw? Oh, I forget. They're going to buy somebody. AMC. That was what it was.
Or who knows, buy another company, I don't know. But in my opinion, AMC stock is a steal right now because it is a penny stock. We're trading at 48 cents and it has the potential to run up to easily $40 to $100. It's most likely not going to go to...
You are trading at $4.80. It's not 48 cents. Jesus Christ. Imagine being so out of touch with reality that you are literally referring to a price that does not exist, but a theoretical price that would exist had a dilution not occurred, or whatever conditions. But that's not what it is. Oh God, I can't stand that.
$200.
How ridiculous.
It's going to take a lot of patience and a lot of diamond hunting, but I do believe in the long run, AMC could be an amazing play, in my opinion.
No, it's going to take more buying than you have the ability to do, and by you, I mean retail collectively. Why do I say that? Because they're not buying it. And now everybody's talking about, gamma ramp, gamma squeeze. Like we said before, temporary inflation of price due to market maker hedging. Sorry, but they didn't buy those shares to hold on to them. They didn't buy them because they think that there's a squeeze coming. They bought them because they're legally obliged to. And then once the moment comes that they can legally dump them, they do. Every time. Because that's what it is. It's almost like it's a business for them. Not a gamble. That's because it is a business and not a gamble. For the apes, it's a gamble. Market maker, it's just business as usual. They don't care. They make money either fucking way. You will not break them by buying something, especially something that's only 48 cents.
As well as GameStop. GameStop was just trading at $10 flat. Boom, shot up to $80 within a couple days. So Jim Cramer shortened his store. This sick bastard is a hedge fund.
Oh, God. So let's churn up some old fucking clips, okay? Let's do that. Let's play some old clips.
He was saying to sell AMC as soon as possible. Sell, sell, sell. I made a video about this guy a month before.
Great.
And that's why AMC
Good.
We shout out holding the bag.
We've seen that. Everybody's seen that. Everybody has seen that interview.
For the split, I think we're going way higher than what we're trading at right now, which is why I'm holding the bag. This guy said 0, no way. When Lambert. So
That's why I'm holding the bag.
0% buy,
He said that.
7% holds, and 43% sell. You could tell that all these analysts are working for Wall Street. All these analysts are working for some billion-dollar hedge fund.
That's right. They are. They know how to make money. You don't.
Someone that's shorting AMC, obviously they're going to be telling us to sell. They want us to sell. They need us to sell. They need AMC to go bankrupt. They need AMC to be a complete failure. That's the way they're going, because they bet that AMC is going to go bankrupt. And it's not anytime soon, which is why I continue
2021 narrative, straight up.
To hold my AMC shares.
Nope.
This guy said, y'all ready for this, apes? Remember, $1,000 is not the squeeze. We're holding for life-changing money. We set the price. We own the flow at least 69 times over. Get ready, apes. 5,000% income. And he did this screenshot from AMC back.
These guys are funny.
It was reaching all-time highs. Literally up $30 in a day, 13% after. I was just going absolutely insane. This could happen again. This could just be the beginning. There's a lot more room to go up than to go down, which is why if it does go down, I'm gonna buy more. All I know how to do is I can't lose the position I'm in. At $6 a share, it goes up, diamond hands, ready for the squeeze. It goes down, buy the dip. That's all there is to it. That's how I play this game. This guy said, I want to wake up one morning and see my stock soaring.
That does not win.
Feel my heart pounding in disbelief, my eyes tearing up with excitement, and my voice yelling, waking everyone up, shouting, let.
Look at the abject emotions contained in this tweet. Feel my heart pounding in disbelief, my eyes tearing up with excitement. Yeah, that's called a dream. That is called a dream. It's called a fantasy. That is called something you write in your journal, not something you post publicly about the stock. God. If they weren't, if they weren't so contemptible, you'd almost have to feel cringe, but it's way beyond that. It's not embarrassment I feel for them.
Let's freaking go. That's
not
banging the freaking mic on our head. I mean, AMC stock, there's just been so much manipulation. How does a stock like AMC go from $72 to 30 cents? It's a huge crime scene.
Well, first of all, you quintuple the float. Try that. That works. There's that little detail. Also, not make any money as a company. That also works. Basically, do everything AMC did and GameStop really. AMC still has something that people want, though, which is ironic, really. But yeah, I mean, and it doesn't go to 30 cents. I mean, you know, he thinks it's 48 cents now. So
a lot of criminal activity.
What?
These shorts are going to get exposed. These guys are going to burn in hell. They're going to get arrested. They're going to start going to jail. And when that day comes, we will see the stock rise. We will see a correction in the stock price, and people are going to be wanting to buy in, you know.
But if they go to jail, who's going to sit there and hit the buy button? Do you ever think about that? If they go to jail, aren't they stuck? I don't know.
Once they see it at $20, $30, that's when they're going to be wanting to buy in. Not while it's at a penny stock. But that's going to do for this video.
Oh, okay. So why then did this happen? I mean, come on, man. You got to answer these questions. If they want to buy it when it's $20, $30, why did they stop buying it at 12? Look, right at 12. Like, essentially, what, 11.88? 11.88, that's a Walmart price. 11.88. That is a Walmart price right there. 11.88. Are you kidding me? That's hilarious. That's a Walmart discount rollback price right there. Roll back. Watch out. These falling prices might hit you. Roll back. Are you? That's hilarious. And then, of course, he ends the video. What a clown. Boy, these guys are funny. Okay. And so is she. Let's go to the, what you call it here. I'm going to skip to a couple of the highlights because I know it's Memorial Day and all that fun stuff. And yeah, but we got to look at a couple of these. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's back. He's back. The stream has already started. What's going on here? So we did come down a little bit. Well, it's about time. Who knows? Yeah. I heard that that the Asian markets were strong. I don't know if it's true still, but today, but I guess we could look. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's not today, though. Yeah, it is. Never mind. Yeah, it is today. That is today. It's all today. China was up 1%. Oh, this is great, too. This is fantastic. I think you guys will get a kick out of this one. Remember when we heard all that stuff about Evergrande? Evergrande's back in the news, baby. But not for the reasons that were bullish before. But I wonder if this will be spun as bullish. What's Boz Blunt's going to say about this? From the Wall Street Journal. China Evergrande's EV unit shares soar on potential investor support. Just thought that was kind of funny. It wraps up a lot of things there. You know, Evergrande, EV, shares jumping, you know, yeah. Anyway, back to the Ape Father.
So I wanted to make an announcement. I have never believed in a stock the way I believe in NVIDIA now. Okay, look, I'm going to be transparent with all of you. I missed a boat. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay, I always tell the truth. I didn't get involved. I watched this thing like a Mameluke. I watched this thing like a Stunad go from 100 to over 1,000. And while I'm
a Stunad,
people are making fortunes, people are making life-changing wealth. People are making generational wealth. Now, typically, when a stock runs like this, that's it. You missed the boat. It's over. Now it's going to go down, especially that they're announcing a 10-for-1 stock split, right? Okay. So that's even more the reason that people are going to think this thing is going to go down. I don't. I believe that AI is the future. I'm telling you, I've been saying it for the longest time. People ask me, You know that I'm very interested in DJT, but that's up until about November 5th. That's up until about November 5th. After Trump wins, I don't think I'm going to be interested in that anymore. I'm just laying it like on the line. I think that when Trump wins, I think there's going to be an explosion in DJT. I think it's going to go to like 200, 300, possibly higher.
Huh?
Financial device. I'm not a financial planner. I'm an entertainer, but that's my opinion.
This is entertaining. Okay.
But this is the thing with NVIDIA. I think this thing's going to keep going. I do. I think this thing's probably going to go to $1,400 or more. And even after the split, when it goes to $140, I think it's going to keep going up. We saw it happen with Tesla. I don't know if you remember that. We saw it happen with
Tesla. Yeah, we remember.
It shot all the way up from like, what was it, like in 2020 during the coronavirus. It was like 400 and change. It went all the way up over 1,000. Remember, then they did the split. Okay.
Yes. 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 So what if you bought in then? At the top. Where would you be now?
Went back down again to like 400, then it went all the way back up to 1,000 again. These things happen.
But then what happened? Follow through though. I mean this is not a slam on anybody or anything, but looking. You tell the truth, right? That's a 57% slice. Isn't that relevant?
Happen. And I think with NVIDIA, I believe it's going to happen. I believe you're going to see this go right back to over 1,000 again. I'm talking about after the 10-for-1 split. Like I'm talking about.
Oh, come on.
To $140. I think it's going to
okay,
go
Kathy.
1,000 again.
Kathy Wood here.
I'm looking to get my beak wet with NVIDIA. I don't think I've ever believed in anything more than this one. This one I think is taking the whole bakery for me.
Oh, Jesus.
I have never seen a company do this well. Never. I have never seen such high demand for technology. This company is amazing, man. And it's just taking over. It's taking over the effing world. It's taking over the world. The company is bigger than Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway is just about to become a $1 trillion market cap. This company is over $2 trillion. This company is an effing monster, and I'm definitely interested. This video is not financial advice. I am not a financial planner, but what am I? The greatest entertainer who has ever lived on planet Earth and the entire freaking solar system,
Okay. That was entertaining, though. Thanks for that. More entertainment coming up.
What's up, man? This is Frank, and you know my videos are for entertainment purposes and educational purposes. Some of the information may be factual, some of it may not be factual.
Oh, so we have so we have to determine what's factual and what's not factual then. Okay. Interesting. Burden of responsibility there. Thanks a lot. I'm sure that your viewers will be diligent in that. I'm sure that they're doing their research. I'm sure they have 2 other browser windows open right now on parallel screens so that they can do research and fact check you as we go.
On research, not watch my video. So look, if you don't know about now, Red Lobster is one of the companies, man. It's a lot of companies, man, going out of business, got to file bankruptcy. But Red Lobster, because the economy is so bad. But look, Red Lobster has to file bankruptcy. But if you look at mainstream media, they're not telling you why they really got to file bankruptcy. Because we all
private equity. Right?
Oh no, man, who control the 1% control the news media. So the reason why, man, allegedly they got to file bankruptcy is because they made a decision to go in business with them dirty ass hedge funds, and they got to pay the price. And they went into business with some dirty ass hedge funds that the whole time allegedly they wanted to crush Red Lobster. It's kind of like when these small companies, they go public and they need some money, and these companies take money from these criminal short sellers and these hedge funds. And when these short sellers,
they take money from the short sellers. How does that work exactly? What? This, I swear to God, this isn't like a freaking. It's like a matching game. It's like a mix and match game. Let's throw out all the terms. Take money from the crooked hedge funds, or be controlled by an evil board member, or it's all these, like, it's very modular. It's a modular grift. I think, yeah, I like that. Modular grifting. Mix and match. It's all the components, they snap together. Universal connectors. They all snap together. You can use anything with anything else. The short sellers, the naked shorts, all that, companies, GameStop, AMC, now Red Lobster. You can interchange them all. It's a modular, it's like a erector set, or Lincoln Logs, or Legos. It's a modular grift. I'm gonna have to write that one up.
These hedge funds, these prime brokers give them money. They had the intentions of shorting the company out of business the whole time. Kind of like that. Red Lobster.
Well, we know that you really can't do that, but was it even publicly traded? Is Darden even publicly traded? Does he even know who Darden is? I mean, come on.
Made a mistake to deal with it, but check this out.
I mean, it's a problem with all of what he's saying here is you're talking about private money. People can obviously do whatever they want with their money.
You can't trust these guys, man. You cannot trust them. And they made a mistake, and they
So you trust them, though, but you trust them. You're putting your trust into the short sellers because you think that they're going to make you rich. I mean, isn't that kind of an oversight? You're trusting the short sellers. Well, actually, he's not trusting the short. He's trusting a narrative about them. I mean, okay, mainstream media lied about it. Tell us the truth, though.
Trust him.
Tell us what really happened.
Check it out.
The media will never stop covering for hedge funds while making it seem
this guy.
The problem is the fault of the American people. Like, I'd be willing to bet you think Red Lobster went into bankruptcy because of endless shrimp. The endless shrimp promotion they had. Because that's what the media has told you. They've been telling you repeatedly that the reason Red Lobster went into bankruptcy was that they had the endless shrimp combo and the greedy American people just took advantage of it. That's not what happened. No, what happened was a hedge fund bought Red Lobster, and as a condition of the sale, they made them split up their land and their restaurants. Because up until that point, Red Lobster actually owned all of the land that the restaurants were located on. And then once they made them split that,
well, that's true.
Hedge funds made the leases on that land so expensive that the Red Lobsters couldn't possibly continue to operate. So Red Lobster had to keep trying new things to try to make enough money to pay these leases. And it was never enough to be able to afford what the hedge fund wanted to charge them. So now they're going into bankruptcy. But the media is not talking about that. No, the media is saying that American greed and the American people were the problem. That Red Lobster made terrible marketing decisions and the American people took advantage of it. But make no mistake, the only reason Red Lobster is going into bankruptcy is because a hedge fund wanted them to go into bankruptcy.
I don't think it's really a hedge fund.
Business so they could take the land that the Red Lobsters were on. Because Red Lobster has some amazing locations across the United States.
Amazing locations.
Sell off all the little pieces of Red Lobster, completely shutting them down and just have the land all to themselves. And look, I don't like that, but hedge funds are allowed to do that. Investors are allowed to fuck over another company. But what shouldn't be happening is the media being complicit and trying to hide that fact. And shit like that is why we created the MCU. Because it's not just the hedge funds.
How about just not listening to the media? If you know that they're not telling you the truth, why are you taking it at face value? Nobody, I mean, I shouldn't say nobody, but I mean, you listen to a lot of these old Wall Street guys and they say, yeah, we have CNBC on in the office, in the trading room, whatever. We have CNBC on with the sound off. We're not listening to that crap. We're not trading based off of that crap. You listen to Tom Sosnoff from Tasty Works, Tasty Trade, Tasty Live. He was a trader in Chicago in the S&P futures market there. And he'll tell you, we didn't have TVs. We didn't look at TVs. We didn't have time. We're sitting there trading. We're not looking at the news. We're not trading based on the news. So That's not, you're not supposed to listen to the mainstream media to get investment ideas. I don't think. I mean, it's a foolish move a lot of the time because that shit's already priced in. But it's not even relevant here because Red Lobster was not public.
It's not just the government. It's also the media. Absolutely fucking nobody is on our side. Absolutely nobody is giving us the true facts except for each other. And that's why we created the MCU.
Yeah, well, but no, you're not giving each other the correct facts because you can't. You and him and everybody that we look at, all these people, they're never wrong. In the sense that they don't analyze what they say to see if it holds up. They don't change their position based on new information. They don't take kindly to criticism. You know, all of the shit that makes them the worst investors in history. To say that you're, I mean, it's more like the blind leading the blind. I mean, that's more real. And, I mean, I understand that some people are making, they think that they're making a good faith effort. Unfortunately, they have no business talking about this stuff. And it really blows my mind that there are very few people pointing that out still. And it's even crazier that I'm pointing it out because, you know, I'm just looking at it logically. You know, I don't have any special knowledge or insight other than to question and ask for proof, ask for evidence, ask for data. And does it actually line up with the claim that's being made? Much like he's claiming here with this Red Lobster thing, right? The media said this, but it's actually this. Well, it's, you know, if you want to really know, of course, I'm not going to take the time to do it because I'd like to finish the stream soon. But I tell you, a good channel for information about stuff like this, including this, is Patrick Boyle on finance. And the top video from 2 days ago was Endless Shrimp to blame for Red Lobster's bankruptcy. I watched it. And I'm not going to tell you, but here's the link. I mean, it's right here. I'll put it in the chat. So, cool, but I don't know what this has to do.
But now we'll all just probably sit on TikTok and just bitch about it. The media will never stop covering for hedge funds while making...
Bro, you can't trust them dirt ass hedge funds, man. But thank you for taking time out to watch the video. Have a nice day.
Cool. All right, GameStop has not squeezed yet.
So, check this out, people. The problem that I have is with Larry Jones, Casey Shaw, Rance, and Thomas James, and a lot of...
Friend of the channel, Tanko Native, will watch a little bit of his video. It's not a slight or a shun at all. We certainly are interested in what he has to say, but in the interest of time.
These scumbags on YouTube, Kevin,
tell
you to buy into something after they give you a disclaimer and tell you that they are not financial advisors, and then tell you to buy and hold into a stock and not to sell it. Why would anybody get into anything, a business that requires you to sell in order to make money? It requires you to buy first, sell later at a gain so that you can earn a profit. They tell you not to sell, while they in turn sell behind your back or give you misinformation.
It's called fraud.
Of course, it's not only them to lose money, but you to lose money as well. I have beef with other YouTubers who I've called out, who I continue to call out, and warn viewers about these scumbags who have caused many people on YouTube or many people who watch these YouTubers to lose thousands and thousands of dollars. You see, people, there's nothing wrong with buying into a stock that's about to squeeze or that you believe is about to squeeze. I don't have a problem with AMC. I don't have a problem with GME. I don't have any problems with meme stocks, but meme stocks are just that. They're meme stocks. And anyone who tells you that they are investable companies or stocks, they're lying to you. Because if you want to invest in stocks that pay dividends, that pay you to keep your money in, and that pay you interest, Instead, you're buying into this nonsense and into this hype by people who just got here yesterday into the stock market. You see, I was here during all the squeezes from before 2021. I was already here. I was already trading. I was already buying into stocks. There are stocks that I buy into and I sell immediately, like AMC, GME, and any meme stock. And then there are stocks that I buy into as an investment that I have no plans on selling anytime soon. My objective when it comes to the stocks that I invest in is to invest for a year. And at the end of that year, I will take my profits. Why after a year? Because I'm not a little boy. Because I'm not 19 years old. Because I have a short time to live on this planet. I'm already reaching 60. And you have these, you got these men, grown-ass men in their 40s who are buying into this hype.
Yeah, it's pretty absurd.
Stocks are going to the moon. And
he's in his 50s. Man. He looks great. Congratulations. I'm going to move on, but that's because that's a good high point to end on. I mean, if you have your shit together and have some clear, some just a few basic principles, and you stick to those, I mean, can I please look like this when I'm in my 50s? Wow. Anyway, that's cool. All right. Again, not, any type of shun. I just want to try to get through a couple more of these. And a Tanko native is very, very much on the same page. So I'm going to put in here in the chat that video, in case anybody wants to watch the full video. Okay, so I think I got the right one. I hope I did. All right, let's see what this is.
God bless you, God bless you, God bless you with everything.
Oh, it's this guy again. Well, it's funny, Manuel, because I picked another one by him earlier. I don't think you were here yet. It's this one right here. The Vanguard sell limit order for $1,000. This guy's
blessing. So in
we are in the deep end of the pool here, folks.
this video, I'm going to talk about my strategy during the short squeeze. What am I going to do? So we know, according to the prophecies, we've been told, we believe that AMC is going to get to.
I'm not even going to stop it and comment on any more on this. If there's a question, put it in the chat. I'll never get through this shit if I stop it. Every
$40. Once it gets past $40,
absurdity.
Should be
listen.
The short squeeze. What am I going to do? So we know, according to the prophecies, we've been told, we believe that AMC is going to get to, it's going to spike up. All right, it's going to get past $40. Once it gets past $40, we should be anticipating a continual spike up to approximately $1,000. I saw $1,000 in one dream clearly, and when I did the math on another dream numbers.
So they are dreams.
Okay.
They are dreams. Wow.
That being said, once it gets to $40, I am going to place myself into a chair in front of this computer screen that you're looking at right now, and I am going to go live with you all. But I do not plan on moving from this chair until it gets to that number. Okay. Now, as you know, in Webull, you can set your sell limit number super high. All right. But the problem with Webull is that when you're talking about highly shorted or volatile stocks, from my understanding, they make you wait until your money settles, which could take up to 7 days before you can invest in those. All right. So I have a computer screen that I'm looking at now. My Webull is already set. The sell limit order is already set for Webull. All right. Now I also have Moomoo. So I'm going to have my Moomoo screen open on my cell phone. All right. And once it goes to 40, I am going to type in to the computer and the cell phone what sell limit I want. Hear me now. And I must stop right here and say I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. All right. You need to ask God what you should do with your money. Do you hear me? All right. You need to ask God what you should do in every area of your life. What you need to do to receive the healing Jesus already paid for you to have. What you need to do to make sure that you're in good standing with God. You need to ask God, am I in good standing with you? Is there anything I need to change? Anything I need to stop doing? Anything I need to start doing? But I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. All right. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, once it goes to 40, I am going to come right here. I'm going to switch from market order to limit order. Why a limit order? A limit order says that I'm going to sell or buy only at a specific price. So I'm only going to sell at this specific price. Market order means I want it to be sold or bought at any price. Whatever the market will bear, that's what I will pay, or that's what I will receive. So when you're buying a asset and you do a market order, that's okay. It's still better to do a sell by order, but it's okay to do a market by order. But when you sell, I would recommend that you use a sell limit order, because if you do a sell market order, the market wants to buy what you have for $1, for $2, for $3. If AMC, when AMC goes up to 1,000, if a person were to do a market order, they might only sell or receive, $100 per share, because the market wants it for $100 per share, right? When it's worth 1,000.
Well,
any low-level bid
that's not really how it works.
That's why I'm going to click limit order for sell. All right, again, and then I'm going to put like $990. I'm believing it's going to go to 1,000, but I want to make sure my orders fill. All right, and then I'm going to put, I don't know how many shares I have right now, 354. I'm going to do 353 because I want to keep one, I want to keep one share. Okay, just for sentimental sake. All right, so I'm going to leave.
Oh, God. I love that.
I'm going to leave this here, and I'm going to be watching. So I'm also going to have TradingView open, okay? TradingView.com is free up to a certain amount of stocks and different things, but I just want this open so I can see the price moving. When this price right here gets to like 900, 950, or above 100, I'm going to this tab right here. I'm already going to have this in here, and I'm going to click this review order button, and then I'm going to submit the order. You hear me? Or you understand what I'm saying? All right. After I do that, or simultaneously, I'm already going to have my moo ready. I'm going to have my finger on the sell button. Okay? I'm already going to have.
Well, he's got it all figured out. That's good.
That ready.
That's good.
And then when the time comes, when I see that it's there, all right, I'm going to do, again, a limit order.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already going to have my password placed.
Smart.
And I'm going to hit that sell button. Do you hear me, ladies and gentlemen? That's how I'm going to do. That's how I'm going to manage this. Since I do have a couple of shares on Robinhood, but since Robinhood has the least amount of shares, I will get to that when I get to it. Okay? Do you hear me now?
Wait, Robinhood has the least amount of shares. He showed Vanguard had 2 shares in it. So Robinhood has 1 then? Or less than 1? I'm just saying. He showed us his Vanguard earlier in today's video, and there were 2 shares. He just said Robinhood has the least shares. Logically, it has to be fewer than 2. I have a skeptical look on my face.
Pretty much takes care of everything.
And I just stopped it. I realized,
to
crap.
Make sure that my orders fill, and if I need to make any adjustments.
Here, I'll skip ahead. We didn't miss anything.
And with the call option.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, we did.
Right? So that's my strategy. Most likely, I'm going to have some call options. I'm going to have to sell those call options.
Yes, good old calls.
I sell the shares. I sell the shares. I'm going to sell the call options. All right. And with the call options, if I miss the 2 or 3 minutes or so approximately that it's at $1,000 and it falls down to about $400 or so, I'm still going to make a gigantic amount of money. Okay. Even if I miss the $1,000 per share for the call options, but I want to make sure for the shares, okay, that I don't miss that. Do you hear what I'm saying? I say, do you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, but why would you?
If you have any questions.
If you had call options for these low strikes that are available now, which I don't even know what they are. It's not even really. I mean, I don't know what the highest strike is, but and I know I stopped it, so I'm just gonna skip. Let go. But
make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure that your notifications are on. I also made a video about making sure that you've set.
I see 22 for June.
Your cell phone platforms. I've also made a video.
See 22 for July.
Set sell limit orders in advance for Webull, and then right as it is happening.
22 for September.
For Robinhood, and for.
Spit it out.
Which you can set ahead.
27 for January.
Another video again for public, but this is my strategy. My voice is a little hoarse, but I'm healed. I'm so healed that healed people are calling me healed. My voice doesn't know it isn't Satan. He acts like he doesn't know that I'm healed, but I'm healed.
I see 22 for January.
I pray in tongues more than you all.
2025.
Every minute of every.
And 2020.
I have to be on the phone, so I can't pray.
Sorry.
That's why I'm talking.
27 for 20.
When I'm driving Uber.
There's nothing higher than 27.
I'll turn it up a little bit, and I'll be speaking in tongues underneath my voice. But I'm trying to get in.
So,
waking hour,
27.
Hours of praying in tongues. And ladies and gentlemen, things happen for the good. Things happen for the good, ladies and gentlemen. There's been so many breakthroughs, so much revelation. I've been able to see into the spirit like I've never been able to see into the spirit before, revealing the.
Good for you. That's great. I am just that tickles me to death right there. That's entertainment. I don't care who you are. That is entertaining. He said it was entertainment.
You cannot let them control how you feel. You cannot let them control how you think. But this business, this company, this movement, whatever's happening here, folks, is real and authentic.
God.
And as fucking serious as it gets.
Oh my.
You watch them in after hours hit 80. That same spot. And they shit bricks.
They did?
You think these guys are in control? The fuck they are!
Wow. Good find.
But people have to fucking listen. Please.
Please, buy it. Pump it.
FOMO highs. We don't believe in hopium. We trade the fucking chart. That's what I do.
Oh, yeah?
And the chart tells us there's a fucking golden cross that wants to happen. And what have I fucking said for weeks? Golden crosses get tested. The best ones are tested. So while
I see that. I see that.
It hasn't. And that's okay. Because nothing has been broken.
Except...
There is no fear.
Okay.
I told you guys, I will die before I let them win.
Nice knowing you then.
That's not a fucking joke.
Oh boy.
I mean that.
Oh boy.
So what's it worth to you?
Pimp it.
What's it worth to you?
Pimp it. Pimp it.
Is this worth fighting for? Or is this worth picking up our little fucking balls, tucking our tails between our legs, and going the fuck home?
To me, this is part of a larger spiritual war. It won't be easy. This is our way out of the matrix together, everyone. Eyes on the prize. Hold on tight. Here's $5. Go get yourself a sandwich. You sound hungry. What in the fuck am I listening to and reading? The shorts are reckless, and rich people give them money to make such terrible investments. Yeah. That must be true. Wow. No sell, no sell.
To me, the choice is real fucking obvious.
Oh, there's that word.
Because it's bigger than you or me or anybody else in the fucking chat box.
I got one for that right there. Oh man. Why did he say that? You just screwed up, pal. You're gonna wish you hadn't said that.
And Pyro Jim with the 20 gifted. Fucking legend. Everybody, GG's in the chat for Pyro Jim with the 20 gifted. God damn.
Yeah.
Shout out Pyro fucking Jim.
Oh boy.
Now I'm gonna try and lower my voice and calm down a little bit.
No, keep that energy up, man.
My point here is simple, and my point here is this. This is something worth fighting for. This is something worth fighting for. What this stock...
Fighting? How are you doing that?
This does?
How are you doing that?
This is worth fighting for.
Why?
And yes, the share price has gone down.
And look, it was what, 1829, and now it's 19. Hey, went back up. Cool. Yeah, this is I love that. This was the best fucking thing that Wall Street could have done right here. That's what I mean, it didn't create it, but it contributed to all this freaking hopium bullshit this weekend. Oh, I love it. What about that? What does that mean? I don't know. Jesus fucking Christ. What are the futures doing anyway? Are we officially up yet? I mean, we know we will be. Yeah. Yeah. Basically flat. All markets. Wonderful.
Yes, we've had an influx of bearish articles and shills and shitty fucking weasels tell us that we're wrong.
Thus far, you are, though. Just because you think you won't be in the future, that doesn't make you any less wrong now. I need people to understand that. I get it. You believe it. But that doesn't make you not wrong now. That's kind of a big thing. It's kind of a big thing. And they can't do it because they've been told that they've already won for 3 fucking years now. So when I hear this guy, it's like, okay, yeah, you're saying this is 2021. 2021 again.
But none of that matters. Not one fucking ounce of that matters. What matters is what happens in between the lines on this chart. What matters is Roaring Kitty coming back after a 3-year hiatus to try and tell people to calm the fuck down. This is worth fighting for. I don't care where your cost basis is. None of that will matter when GME is trading at 3,000.
There's that irrationality that I came for right there.
None of your cost bases will matter when GME is at 3,000.
Right. Agreed.
Are you going to care with your $80 fucking cost basis when GME's trading at $3,000 and we're all shit posting Citadel memes? You think that matters? Bro, my cost basis on my DRS GME shares has been 28 for 3 years.
Oh boy.
Guy, we haven't even done shit. The 550% move is a warm-up. It's a precursor to what's coming.
2021, all over again.
But y'all really don't think it's strange that the cat comes back? Ryan's been ultra fucking quiet. And
he always has been.
Amounts of volume inflowing into game.
He's been quiet since they had fucking shitty earnings and they canceled the earnings calls. That was why he went quiet, because he didn't have fucking shit to say for himself. Because everything that they tried to do failed. It really is amazing to me that, number one, that somebody could spin this bullshit. Number two, that people will believe it. Number three, that we are in this position right now. Holy shit. this is the level of critical thinking and just a general intelligence that's out there. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be an elitist or anything, but this is ridiculous. This is absurd. This is so nonsensical. But all these grifters, over 8,000, 8,200 subscribers. Oh yeah, you're just jealous. Most people don't understand the historical significance of what's happening. Some of us through sheer will and conviction, will make positive change not only for us and our families, but the world. As for me, I like the stock, the company, the motive. As for me, I ain't selling shit. Okay? So if you're not selling it, then you won't make any money, first of all. So, dumb. Number two, I think we understand what's happening. You don't make positive change through will and conviction. I mean, okay. That's what the people who believed in the flat earth in the medieval pre-science times, that's what they thought. That's what everybody who's been wrong about something big has thought. They thought that they were going to change the world. Make positive change. All they have to do is believe it and will it. Well, it turns out it takes action and not like clicking a mouse, purchasing something that deep down inside on some level is actually worthless. That's the biggest fear. That's the one that they can't face. The fact that they have bought something that's worthless. Everybody does it sometime. We're obviously not and I'll use that word very intentionally here, we're obviously not to the point where they're ready to confront that fear. So I guess it's more clownery. How many times do these stocks have to do this, though? And the answer cannot be there is no answer to this question. How many times does this have to happen before anything changes? Now, some people were saying that they think that, some people are starting to crack, whatever. Boy, I'm not seeing any evidence of that right now, but I mean, of course, I don't know. Maybe Reddit's different, right? I'm sure it is. They're probably level-headed over there. Imagine this. You wake up, AMC has been pumping crazy. She sits at nearly 1T market cap, and everyone who doubted us was wrong. Well, yeah, okay. Cool. You can edit your screenshots and make it look like that. But let's play imaginary. Let's play with our imaginary friend, AMC. Salute those who've made the ultimate sacrifice for freedom, like Lou and Mr. Tony San. The world's better without them pumping. Sorry. I'm so sorry to have to break that news. But 2 fewer grifters, I'll take it. Sorry. I will. They shouldn't have been grifters. If they wanted my sympathy when they died, they shouldn't have been fucking grifters. I don't fucking care. If that's what it takes to get rid... I mean, this is a pull out all the stops. Only 4.99? We're going to be rich. Oh, okay. No fucking dates, but wow, that's a lot of swaps rolling over in the next... that's a problem. The swaps. You know what I say to that? Well, if you don't, you will soon. Boy, that Scott guy is such an asshole. I can't believe he would piss on somebody's grave. Your first time here? Roll the swaps. Roll the swaps. That's what they're going to do. They're going to roll the swaps. Let's be honest. They're going to roll the fucking swaps. Why would you get excited about fucking swaps anyway? That is... Well, anyway. Aron is genius. Stop right there. I asked ChatGPT to build a price prediction model. Let's go. Well, good thing that ChatGPT also will tell you to put... Actually, it's Google. Google will tell you to put glue on your pizza and to eat a rock every day for health. But yeah, sure. Trust it for investment advice. That's great. You know, AI is the future, and NVIDIA is the best company in the world, and they make AI. Ape Father doesn't believe in a company more than that. So go for it. Wow. That looks amazing. An absolutely beautiful facility. Who fucking cares what you thought of the movies? God, these people are freaking the worst. Okay, cool. 420. Yeah, they sat there and waited until 420. Epic. It won't happen, but wouldn't it be fun to dream about it? Hey, never say never. There's a guy literally making videos out there talking about his dreams with respect to this stock. So, hey, don't sell yourself short. Thomas Petterfee of Interactive Brokers explaining how exercising options could have caused the short squeeze and a lot of bankruptcies, but it didn't. If it didn't then, when everybody had money and they could have bought shares, do you think it's going to happen now when they don't have money and they can't buy the shares? Use your brain. Come on. Dumb. Here's more Jim Cramer bullshit. Short and distort. Okay? Lie and pump, though, is fine. We can lie all we want and tell ourselves, and tell everybody, hey, it's good to lose money. Yeah, that's when the stock goes. The stock goes up when it loses money. Yeah. Just a reminder for all apes from an older ape that went through shit in 2008. It has nothing to do with this. It's completely irrelevant. Sorry. Okay. Ortex guy with the Friday closing update. What do we got? Oh my God. Oh, really? Oh, that's AMC though. But still, look at that. Look how much it came down. Everything. $6.8 million returned. That's short covering right there, folks. That's a settlement day here. A settlement day of Friday. That means a trading day of Wednesday. We're still on T+2. Still on T+2. More buying that day. More buying that day, coupled with a fairly relatively higher return figure. You could reasonably conclude that there's probably some short covering mixed in here on this day. I'm sorry, this day. Wednesday. That's just, and then if we go to Wednesday, I wonder what we see Wednesday. Let's just scroll down. Let's go to his name, see if we can see Wednesday real quick. And then that'll probably be it. Appreciate people coming on here on Memorial Day. 22nd. Here we go. So it was slightly higher than it is now, which makes sense. That's 24. Here's 22, so it's a little bit higher. Yep, it's coming down. 9.22 million returned. So what we're looking at here is a settlement day of the 22nd, right? Which is this day, which reflects a trading day of the 20th. 22 closing bell update. They get reported on the settlement once they're settled, right? They get added back to the inventory of loanable shares. So they settle on the 22nd. That means that they were traded on the 20th. What do we see on the 20th? Another green day with, obviously, aggressive buying here. So both of these days, and then we can go to, so you kind of have to do it in 2 day. This is the settlement of Wednesday. So then we got to go back 2 more days. It's kind of a, roll the swaps kind of game. 14. So it's higher yet. So we're going back in time. And we still see a massive return. That would have been on the 16th. The 20th. Okay, that was, I'm just looking at my calendar here. 20. Weekends kind of get a little funky. It's like, do they count the weekend as a day? Sometimes it seems like it. So 16th or 17th would be the day. We're right in smack dab in the middle of it here. Between these 2 days here, I mean, there's a decent, yeah, of course, it's down, but you still see, if you look at the green number here, pop up here, you see 12, where is it? 12.175 million. That's your buying for that day, right? But the larger point here is, look at what happens from just even these three dates that are on here. And we could even go back a little further, right? Let's go back to the 15th. The glorious 15th. Actually, on AMC it was the 14th, but it's fine. On the 15th, let's look at the short interest. Okay? 19.72. With a short score of 72 and utilization of 88. There was even shares returned on that day. That's wild. Okay, or being reported. Okay, but anyway, point here is, and of course their live short interest is 15. Let's go off the live. I know I'm jumping around a lot, but let's go off the live short interest percentage. 15.8, 15.66, 15.14, 13.25, 12.23. Notice a trend? There's your squeeze. Hope you took profits. It's not really a squeeze. More of a short covering rally, I guess. Or something. But, yeah. And we may see that number go up or down tomorrow. Who knows? Who cares, really? Honestly, quite honestly, I mean, add 2 more zeros, you can have my shares. Oh, you know what I have? I got this here from Ortex. They're so disingenuous. Look at this crap. 2021, the year that tech truly democratized markets. You know, Ortex, very, 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 very connected. Wall Street, just scumbag type organization, right? In my opinion. So when they tell me something like, the meme stock story began in January when a surge of buying led GameStop stock rise 700% in a week, resulting in a, quote, short squeeze a now well understood phenomenon. Oh, really? Where short sellers caught out by a sudden price rise have to buy stock to cover their losses, simultaneously pushing the price higher. In a blog published at the time, we described GameStop as, quote, the first major battleground in an emerging war between retail individual investors and Wall Street institutions. We didn't know how right we were. No. In fact, you were wrong. Well, you were right in that perception is reality sense, but it was never an emerging war or a battleground. What you've done there is you've created a false narrative. It's absolutely a false narrative. I've never been more convinced of that. And I knew that in 2021, by the way. We did on this channel. Wasn't just me. But, I mean, and it talks about, look at this here. It goes on to say, what followed was nothing short of a retail trading revolution, with traders organizing with the British spelling, by the way. That's curious. And targeting specific short positions. Ortex data showed that in January alone, short positions on U.S. companies lost $70 billion. Oh, okay. GameStop and AMC, the original meme stocks, became household names. In fact, when Google released its list of top news searches for 2021, GameStop and AMC occupied positions 2 and 5. The movement, which started on Reddit, quickly spread onto YouTube and has led to YouTubers like Matt Kohrs and Trey's Trades helping many investors. Now, this is cringy as fuck. Rising to fame in the process and appearing alongside traditional pundits on CNBC and Fox Business. Whether you're a self-confessed ape or not, this story matters. For generations, the information advantage held by professional investors has allowed the industry to access opportunities and seek profit where others couldn't. Give me a fucking break, you fucking scumbags. Ortex, in the spirit of democratization, goes to the heart of cryptocurrency and blockchain technology too. Yeah, tell that to fucking Sam Bankman-Fried, who is, by the way, where you, Peter Hillerberg from Ortex, where I believe that motherfucker deserves to rot. The apes are pissed at Ken Griffin. You should be going after Ortex with the fucking pitchforks and the fucking torches, in my opinion, because these motherfuckers right here scared the fucking shit out of these apes into wasting all of their money on all of this bullshit. That's the hard fucking truth here, is that without the Ortex data, without the famed fucking Ortex data, which the apes even know, they even recognize that it's not even 100% of the data. But that's okay when it is in their favor. Without that data, though, without these updates, without this shill over here on Reddit every day for the past 3 fucking years, posting these bullshit updates, none of this happens. None of this happens. Ortex plays a much bigger part, and they're more responsible than I think people want to acknowledge. But you have to acknowledge that this was a wrong first, I guess. Because if you're Ortex, or if you're supportive, then you're going to say something like, 2021 was the year of democratization, when FinTel corporations like Ortex and Finviz and Fintel.io helped many investors. They will literally say that they helped you. I don't know. I'm just a guy from Ohio, but where I come from, helping somebody doesn't involve getting them to lose a big chunk of their money. What an absurd circle jerk fucking splooge in the face. You got to be fucking kidding me. What the fuck nerve do you have to sit there and claim? And by the way, this is when Ortex was like $600 a year. something like that. Way overpriced, way underdelivered, a piece of shit platform that it was then. And look at these charts. Oh, yeah, that's the year of democratization right there. Hell yeah. I want to be part of that democracy. Can I join that one? Get the fuck out of here. Speaking of democratization, what's happening over in the old democratic markets? Oh, the market's coming down. You got to be kidding me. What? I was told it would go up forever. I was told it would go up forever.
You can't kill Michael Moass! It's impossible!
This is what happens when you work to change things.
You're being a little bitch! What do you fucking want from me? Get off my dick!
You know, if you don't understand the situation, it's better sometimes not.
Tony had it right.
Be proven a complete imbecile in the matter. Okay, so.
Man, fuck you. I think you a bitch. You understand what I'm saying?
I see your Bed Bath & Beyond video in there.
Is that
Korax and
are you saying what are you saying?
Oh man.
First they think you're crazy, then they fight you.
I don't know. I don't really think that's the case.
And then all of a sudden you change the world.
And then all of a sudden you're in jail for 10 years, staring a dime in the face. Hey, but hey, at least you married, the hotel heir or whatever. Marry up.
Why have you worked your ass off trying to kill this case?
All right, fine. I'm gonna tell you guys something. You really went into deep water on this.
We'll let this play us out.
Deep. Ershon's connected to all the higher-ups, and I gotta save what little ass I have left, okay?
You know, you keep hiding from shit in the world, and eventually the world comes to your front door.
Wow.
Nice. That's very nice.
I heard an episode of Touched by an Angel.
You keep this thing real quiet, and you make sure you have real evidence. And maybe...
I can't play this. I'm going to get copy struck. I know better than to play 30 seconds of a movie. And, nice style, Lex Friedman. Okay, that's all I need to know. Sorry. I mean, it figures that somebody like that would just use a freaking movie clip. This guy. Well, if you want to know what happened to Bed Bath & Beyond, I guess here's the link.
To find where all of your valuable possessions were, and someone said it was an accident. Would you believe it? They stumbled into your house and just accidentally collected all the most valuable things and then accidentally left? To assume Bed Bath & Beyond was merely just a failed business plan, that great executives tried everything they could do to save, but couldn't, is just not true. All the important things in the company happen behind closed doors. Shareholders can be like victims.
Oh, you mean the doors that you weren't behind as well? Everything happens behind closed doors that you were also shut out of. So why would I listen to somebody sitting here in a corner of a screen who was also not in the behind the closed doors? I mean, logically speaking, I see no reason to continue. I mean,
things in a company happen behind closed doors. Shareholders can be like victims in Plato's cave, where they're tied down and all they get to see are shadows on the wall. But when you really start looking at those shadows, you can figure some stuff out, especially if you follow. In the case of Bed Bath & Beyond, there was a lot of money that moved around. At least tens of billions, potentially a lot more. What I'm going to say is speculative, and I'll say it's all allegations, some of it more substantiated than others. I think the story starts back in 2000.
Meaning you have no proof for any of it. I get it. That's what we do with videos like this, okay? That's what we do with videos like this. That's what we do with videos like this. Yes, and Korax, you definitely should do that. You were blessed with a gift of patience that not all of us possess. And we appreciate that. Everybody enjoy the rest of your weekend, what little is left. The black screen is in Memoriam. In memoriam apis. Now, if I had been prepared, I would have more. But it's, you know, it is what it is. Actually, you know what? It's like one of those post-credit scenes. What? I don't know. She can't hear me. What's one of those movies that's got a big, important scene after the credits? Hey, what's one of those movies that has a really important scene after the Avengers? Like, if you don't see it, well, I mean, somebody's going to tell you, but you want to, like, so everybody stays for those, all the credits then, right? Yeah. Now for those? Okay. See how out of the... Marvel movies in general, right. That's what I thought, because when I saw, what did I see? Was it Deadpool, maybe, or something like that? I think it might have had one. Anyway, yeah. Kind of like what this is here. Because this right here, I'm going to let this play out. I'm not coming back. So if you've seen this and you don't want to see it again, or you think it's nonsensical, well, you're right. It is. It is definitely.
But if that's... Call it Tom...
This is what I hear when I hear all this bullshit.
Scientology.
This is what I hear right here.
I think it's a privilege to call yourself a Scientologist, and it's something that you have to earn. And because a Scientologist does.
Yes, he does. He earns it.
Or she.
Same with apes.
To create new and better realities.
So do the apes. They're going to change the world.
You look at someone and you know absolutely that you can help them. So for me, it really is KSW, and it's
keeping Scientology working.
It's something that I don't mince words with that.
No.
With anything that LRH does, but that policy to me has really gone, boy. And there's a time I went through and I said, you know what?
That's it.
When I read it, I just went, this is it.
This is it.
This is exactly it. Being a Scientologist, when you drive past an accident,
here's the apes.
It's not like anyone else. As you drive past, you know you have to do something about it because you know you're the only one that can really help.
Yes.
That's what drives me, is that I know that we have an opportunity and
yeah,
to really help.
Yeah.
For the first time, effectively change people's lives and
create better realities.
I am dedicated to that. I'm absolutely, uncompromisingly dedicated to that. The orgs are there to help, okay? But
here it is.
As also the public, it's like we have a responsibility. It's not just the orgs. It's not just Dave Miscavige.
It's not.
It's not just me.
It's you.
It's everyone out there kind of rereading KSW and looking at what needs to be done and saying, okay, am I going to do it or am I not going to do it?
This is the guy, the last... Yeah.
Am I going to look at that guy or am I too afraid because I have my own out ethics to put in someone else's ethics?
Oh.
It comes down to. Because I won't hesitate to put ethics in on someone else.
You go, Tom.
Because I put it ruthlessly in on myself. And I think that I respect that.
Yeah. And you got to respect the apes.
And, I'm there to help.
Freedom fighters.
And my opinion is that, look, you're on board or you're not on board.
There's that us and them, us versus them, black and white.
On board, you're on board just like the rest of us.
Yep.
Period. We are the authorities on getting people off drugs. We are the authorities on improving conditions. Crimenon, we can rehabilitate criminals.
Oh.
Way to happiness, we can bring peace and unite cultures.
The apes can do all these things.
That once you know these tools and you know that they work, it's not good enough that I'm just doing okay. Traveling the world and meeting the people that I've met, talking with these leaders in various fields. They want help, and they are depending on people.
Like the apes.
No. You can be effective. and do it. And that's us. That is our responsibility to do that. It is the time now.
Now is the time.
It is being a Scientologist, people are turning to you, so you better know it. You better know it. And if you don't, go and learn it. But don't pretend you know it or for whatever. It's like we're here to help. I mean, if you're a Scientologist, you see life, you see things the way they are. All of its complexity. And the more you know as a Scientologist, you don't become overwhelmed by it. And I went, they said, so, like, have you met an SP?
Have you met a meltdowner?
And I thought, what a beautiful thing, because maybe one day it'll be like that.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe one day we'll all be descendants of apes.
Geez, like they'll just read about those in the history books,
Wow, before the
thing is, I just go through that tech, and it's not how to run from an SP. It's PTSSP, how to shatter.
Right.
Front shatter suppression. You apply it, it's like boom.
Yeah.
They don't come up to me and do that. They won't do it to me. Not to my face,
No.
Or in my vicinity, where they feel they can be confronted, Look, I wish the world was a different place.
I would like to go on vacation too, man.
Romp and play and just do that. You know what I mean?
This is too important, though.
That's what I want it to be. Okay. That's how I would, there's times I'd like to do that, but
I can't. Because.
But I can't. Because.
I know. How do you you can't unsee it.
So.
You can't unlearn it.
You just, I have to do something about it.
You just have to.
You can sit here and wish it was different, and then you look at it and you go, okay, this is it. Okay, and it's that moment where you go,
all right, I'll buy shares.
I have to do something, don't I? Yeah, I really have to do it, because I can't live with myself if I don't. And that really is it. I don't care if someone thinks it's hard or easy. You're either helping and contributing everything you can, or you're not.
You're with us, or you're with the terrorists.
I'm carrying my load, all right? And only that, as much as I'm carrying, I still feel like I gotta do more, all right? There's still a thing of, let's go. You can just see the look in their eyes. You know the ones that are doing, spectators that are going, well, it's easy for you.
Paper hands.
And it's just...
Paper hands versus diamond hands.
I've canceled that in my area.
He's ahead of his time there with that word.
In or you're out. That's spectatorism, and it's something that...
In or out.
We have no time.
Black and white.
So it's our responsibility to educate, create the new reality. We have that responsibility to say, hey, this is the way it should be done. Because we do it this way, and people are actually getting better. Let's get it
right.
Let's really get it done.
Let's get it done.
Love, compassion, and toughness that you're gonna do it.
All right.
And do it right. And I have to tell you something. It is. It's rough and tumble, and it's wild and woolly, and it's a blast.
Yep.
It's a blast. It really is. Fun, because damn it, there is nothing better than going out there and fighting a fight, and suddenly you see things are better. I want to know that I've done everything I could every day, and I think about those people out there who are depending on us.
Profound.
I think about that, and it does make me feel like, man, there's. We got more work. I need more help. Get those spectators.
You better buy some stock.
Field or out of the arena. Really, that's how I feel about it. I do what I can, and I do it the way I do everything. There's nothing part of the way.
Nothing part of the way with this guy.
It's just...
All right. Hey. See ya.